everyone, and welcome. Thank you guys for joining me. This is the Left Lane Reviews, and sitting by my right is my 2008 Volvo XC70. Now, I purchased this vehicle around 2 months ago for only $2,000. And yes, it runs and drives perfectly fine. Now, I put around 3,000 miles on the vehicle, so I'd like to think I have an okay idea on how this vehicle truly drives and acts. Now, I've definitely put it through its paces and taken it places this Volvo has never been before. I've taken it on a frozen lake, down the stupidest of dirt bike paths and snowmobile trails, and I can tell you one thing, as long as that snow wasn't too deep, it powered right through it. Thank you guys for joining me, and I hope you enjoy. So far, my personal touches has been those fog lights from super bright LEDs, which are H11, and they're cool white, and I think that they give the vehicle an excellent and kind of modern look. Now, underneath the hood of the XC70 sits Volvo's 3.2-liter V6. It pumps out 236 horsepower and 238 pound-feet of torque. It sounds excellent in the 6-speed gear shifts. They can be a little bit slow at times, but it's a Geartronic transmission, so it's not something that you can really expect to be quick like a dual clutch. It has a Haldex all-wheel drive system that is a front-wheel drive bias. Now, the first thing you notice about the vehicle is the use of black plastic and how much they actually use it on the vehicle. It definitely gives the vehicle a more rugged look, and it has 8.2 inches of ground clearance to actually back up that rugged look. It has standard roof rails, so if you wanted to add a ski rack or a ski box, all you need is the connector bars and the ski rack itself. And now what's new for 2008 is Volvo lowered the rear windows to give better visibility when looking out the rear of the vehicle. It also integrated the taillights on the tailgate to give it a bigger and wider opening when opening the hatch. Now, I'd like to start going over some of the reasons why I picked the Volvo XC70 to be my first car. And one of the reasons has to be is its off-road capabilities. Now, I knew after doing some research on the XC70, it actually has around 8.3 inches of ground clearance. But the thing that really lets it down is the Haldex all-wheel drive system. Now, if you guys don't know what the Haldex all-wheel drive system is it's a front-wheel drive bias all-wheel drive system. And front-wheel drive bias means that in your day-to-day, every normal city driving and highway driving, it's going to be front-wheel drive. That is so that it's going to give you the best fuel economy as a front-wheel drive vehicle, but when the road gets tough and the going gets rough, it's going to give you the power to the rear wheels up to 65%. Now, there has been times where I feel like the all-wheel drive system has kind of let me down with it not being a full-time locked-in all-wheel drive system like Subaru's symmetrical all-wheel drive system or Audi's Quattro. And if you guys haven't already noticed or are not familiar with the Volvo brand, this is a wagon. Not an SUV, not a crossover, it's a wagon. And it was definitely one of the biggest selling points about this vehicle, because I knew I wanted something big that I could carry my skis in, hence the license plate, but also something not too big to where it's gonna feel like it's gonna tip over in the corners. Now, I feel like I made a great decision with the wagon, especially the Volvo wagon, because they've been around the longest. This is now in its 3rd generation, and they made it all the way up the same body style and everything, just a little tweaks and updates within the interior and the exterior, all the way up to 2016. So if that doesn't tell you that this was a successful vehicle, I don't know what can. Now the XC70 also comes with hill descent control, which keeps the vehicle at about 6 miles per hour, front and rear skid plates, heated side mirrors, a dual zone climate control with 8-way power seats and memory lumbar support, with also a 650 watt stereo system. Now, as soon as I stepped in and sat down in this XC70, I knew it was the vehicle I wanted to buy and I had been waiting for. The seats are extremely comfortable. They basically feel like a couch, and you honestly sit up so high, it's like you're driving a truck. It also, to get even more comfortable with the seats, it has this nice lumbar support, which is very nice. I also really like the layout of the Volvo and how really simplistic the interior is. There's not a lot of buttons, so there's nothing that you can really get distracted from when driving on the road. Now, another thing I really like about my XC70 is its radio and infotainment layout. It has beautiful brushed chrome right here. It then has your mode for your CD or your aux, your AM and FM right there, and then again with the brushed chrome right around the outsides of your power and volume knob for the tuning. And then also the dual climate control is very useful for when my friend over here is hot but I'm cold. It also has dual front heated seats with 3 power levels, which is very nice because sometimes it's kind of cold out, but it's definitely not freezing. So that's nice to have a little bit of warmth, but your butt's not burning. I do wish that I had the updated 2010 steering wheel, which is a little bit cleaner within here and is not so thick, but that is one thing that I don't really like about the vehicle. Another one of my problems with the vehicle is that it only gets around 16 to 15 miles to the gallon, which is kind of annoying because I understand that this is an all-wheel drive and heavy vehicle, but it's definitely not the best fuel economy that I was looking for, and is one downside of the vehicle that I had not really thought about. Another thing is the 3 memory seating. It's very useful for when I want to drive, and so I can just put my setting for 1, and then I have another driver for the 2, so that I don't have to, always when I get in the vehicle, always change the position and try to find the exact position that I was in last time, because I already have that preset function. I also really like how sound the vehicle is. As you can see, it's pretty windy out right now, but as I'm sitting in my XC70, I can't hear a thing. I can't even hear the cars pass in the road in front of me. I can't hear the wind noise. It's excellent, and it's kind of like you're on your own little cocoon when you're in here. Another nice feature that I like about this vehicle is its sunroof. I really like having a sunroof because it's nice to open that up. It really gives the vehicle an airy feel and kind of gives it bigger feel when it has a nice window right there. The headrests, I think, are just really good looking and very nice quality, and add a nice feel to the vehicle and look with the way they're styled. Another really neat thing about my XC70 is this actual storage place that's right behind the center infotainment system. It's really nice because I like to store my wallet right there so that when I get out of the vehicle, I know it's right there, and it's super easy to grab and very accessible. If you look at the quality of the XC70, it's really compared to nothing in its class other than the all-road. With its beautiful wood and chrome door handle and then very nice leather wrapped completely all the way around, it's just an extremely nice, heavy door. Now, another reason why I picked this XC70 is the back seat. Now, I'm sitting in the back seat right now, and I have plenty of headroom and plenty of leg room. It also has this super nice vent right here to keep you warm on long road trips. But the other thing that I don't like is that the window does not go all the way down. It is a one-touch window, though, on all 4 windows. But then again, you see it does not go all the way down. It is kind of a child safety feature. I wish that it had a USB port back here, but it has a volt thing right there, so I don't really have to worry about it. One cool thing I figured out after I purchased the vehicle is that both of these seats are actually raise up to booster seats.